a shout out, although I kind of did just give you a shout out, so that's a little bit weird. But yes, back to the stream chat. If you do have any questions, make sure you type them in there. We are just waiting for Freelit to join this game so we can get the semi-final underway. And we'll have the action with you. So what do you want to speak about in the meantime, Ben?
Let's get first thing first. What's the actual map set going to be for this game? So it's obviously going to be Freelit versus... Is it going to be Tech? Who's actually playing? What's the team name so we don't get mixed up?
We've got Freelit versus Rated's Boys.
Oh, Rated.
Map 1 is going to be Arcade and CTF, then we're going to go to Underground S&D, then we are going to Lockdown CTF, then we are going to Arcade and S&D, and then we are going to finish up on CTF on Dome.
So there's going to have to be another host change, I think, because a few players still cannot connect, so that's never good. But this is a semi-final, isn't it? So
it is indeed.
Yeah, so a bit more pressure is going to be on these players now. Obviously, the need to perform is a lot greater. And there we go, game only has just been closed, so I'm expecting another invite. Hopefully someone... I just got a friend request off of the Brad. Yay! I presume I'm going to go ahead and take the wild assumption that is in fact Brad who is in the chat. If it isn't, I'm not accepting it, so you need to tell me if it is.
I do believe it is. I did receive a friend request myself off him as well.
Oh, do I accept it? Like, should I be nice or should I be like horrible?
Fanboys be fanning, bro. We do have an interesting question in the stream chat. Would you rather shave your hair all off on your head or your armpit and eyebrow?
Well, if you get rid of your eyebrows, you look really weird, because one of my ex-girlfriends, actually, she was waxing, and I think she fell asleep in her best mate or something, waxed her eyebrows off. And that was actually the result of why we broke up, because she looked like a fucking alien. It was really scary. She had no eyebrows. It freaked me out, I'm not even going to lie. So I'm going to have to go with head. I would rather get all my hair off my head. How about you?
Yeah, I have a bit of a number 2 all around on my hair, so it doesn't really affect me. It would be my hair every day of the week. Just on the eyebrows, my brother one time, I think I was 13 or something when this happened. He's 3 years older than me, so he would have been 15. And this was when like putting slits in your eyebrows was cool. He put a slit in his eyebrow, come out of the toilet, said, "How does that look?" Bearing in mind he was doing this with a clean razor. He wasn't doing it with like a hair trimmer. He said, "How does it look?" I said, "Terrible." So he went and shaved off all of one of his eyebrow and left the other one completely there. Then I said to him he looked terrible again, so he shaved off both eyebrows, and he had 0 eyebrows for about 6 months.
Oh God, that's never good. Which team have you currently got?
SAS.
Right. So we're currently on board with, I forgot which team name is this one? This is going to be
Rated Boys.
Yes, so we're on board with the Rated Boys. I'm on board currently with George, who is going to be top glass, going to throw a few stuns. And once again, like we saw in that other game, it is such a... Oh, wow! George gets a nice shot on the flag carrier. He nearly had the 2-piece, but does get dropped. But as I was about to say there before George went absolutely massive with that kill, is, as we saw in that last game, it is such a fight for control over top glass. But already, Raid Boys are going to be 1 down to 3-lit, and that was 50 seconds, not even that. So 3-lit once again showing a huge intention. I've seen them play a few times. They are a very, very aggressive team indeed, and they are going to go 1-0 with 4 minutes 9 left on the clock.
Yeah, they are very, very aggressive, and they got 3 down early on their unit and got the flag cap. It did take him a little while to get the flag back in there. It did look like George was going to go huge at one point. He picked up a couple of kills. Rated picked up a couple of kills and then didn't manage to get the final kill for the 3-piece on the flag carrier. He did maintain his aggression after that as well, but didn't manage to get the counter cap come off. But it does just look like it's going to be some slaying backwards and forwards now, as Rated's trying to hold this mid-map position, take people off of the back of their flag even. It just looked like it's going to be a case of slaying backwards and forwards, one team waiting to push out, as George does try and push out this ADOM and support any flag push. As he's 2 there, 3 do go down for 3-lit. George knows they're going to be spawning in that bottom burger town. Can he pin them in there? He's cut the spawn off so that they spawn back bar. Have they pulled the flag? No, it does get dropped. Jen does pick up the kill.
So really doing absolutely everything they possibly could to try and prevent that flagpole, and currently on board with George, who is on these Eskies, is able to take down one, I think, with a bit of support. He's going to get rushed, and DziRe just jumps over him and takes him down with a huge kill. And Rated looks like he's going to try and prevent it. As you see him, he jumps down, going to come into contact with him, does take him down. So well played there to Rated. And it looks like he's just going to be chilling by this heli. He's going to take down Gen 3 lit, so well played there to Rated. He's going to go back up on top of these Eskies. And once again, you just see the massive fight for just controlling the spawns. I mean, you see it every single game as James just went huge with a two-piece, and George is going to take down Neo. And
Free down against Freelit there, as the fourth did eventually go to free down again against Freelit. Two people just off spawn. The flag does get taken in by James. That was amazing play there. Rated and George just taking people off the spawn. James made a couple of huge kills as he went in to pull that flag. So that was great teamwork there by Rated's boys to manage to secure that flag and tie this game up at 1-1 with 2 minutes and 7 seconds left to go.
Yeah, it's a really good game to watch. Again, fast-paced, so we're seeing absolutely everything you would expect, as Rated just got absolutely dropped there from Neo. Not sure where Neo was. I think he was just playing sneaky ninja, but George was able to pick him off. I think he just sat by the Eskies and that little,
I was on board with George at that point, and George had put a couple of shots in him. It looked like he just tucked in that little groove by the Eskies. Rated came down the Eskies. George put shots into Rated, and then they just missed each other and he killed them. The flag has been pulled, and Obey does capture that flag. So Rated boys do take the lead 2-1. Some great work going in so far by Rated and George, the two AR players, 10 and 5 and 8 and 2 respectively. Just managing to outslay Freelit at the moment. Keeping on top of them, making sure that they've got map control. So they're on top on this section, on this part of the game, and the score shows 2-1. If they maintain it, I would say that they might walk away with this.
Definitely, I'm going to have to agree with you there. As we see George being very aggressive, it is going to come into Acro and has put a few shots into him, and he knows he's in those top models, and it is going to have to wait it out. Try to get a shot off, and oh, well played there. Managed to get that kill, and flag has been pulled once again. That is going to be 2 down, 1 off spawn, as Rated is going to take down Jen. And George, you just see that such amazing play there from George. You saw him jump down, just making sure they weren't going to spawn Burger Town. Just had a cheeky little pop-up, and sure enough, there were 2 players, and he took them down. And that should be a flag out, and there we go, 32 seconds left. Stay with George, as looks like he was going to try and take down Neo, but Rated was there. And that was just some fantastic play right there from George.
Yeah, Rated's having an amazing half as well, supporting that flag carrier there. He's currently 16 and 6. He is just dropping them like flies at the moment. He's absolutely going in, putting in great work for his team, making sure that they can take this flag lead into the second half. So it's going to currently be 3-1. I'm not sure if you see that there's a good side, bad side on this map, Benson.
It's a tough one, if I'm completely honest, because I personally think that the side that we've just spectated is actually the bad side, because you can get trapped in obviously the storage/paint area to the left-hand side that we just saw in that kill cam, and as soon as you start spawning there, it's absolutely horrible. I mean, there's pretty much no way of getting out of it. Obviously, you can try and do the Semtex trick where you throw it behind you, but it's just so tough to do. But I mean, we'll go ahead and we'll change team. And we'll spectate 3. I mean, what are your views on this map? Do you think there is a good side and a bad side, or?
It depends what role I'm playing. I'm primarily an SMG player. When I'm playing SMG, I like the Spetsnaz side, so the side that Rated's boys are on now. When I'm AR, and I like the side that Freelit are on, just because I find it easier to get into positions to manipulate the spawns. When I'm AR and I kill whore quite a bit, I still play quite objectively, probably too objectively sometimes. I get myself in positions just to pre-aim the spawns the whole time, as Freelit get a 2-piece there and manage to get that flag return. But yes, I think it all depends on what you on what play style you've got. It used to be that the Spetsnaz side to start off from was the worst side. I don't see that anymore. I think that's probably the best side because it's a lot easier to defend. The cut-offs and the spawn traps are probably a little bit easier for the opposition team. So it's quite balanced overall, but I would say probably Spetsnaz probably just edges it for me.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, like you say, it is one of the more balanced maps. Obviously, there is no sort of lockdown scenario where it is ridiculously unbalanced. But having said that, I'm not sure if you saw, there was a game with Fariko Yin actually being live streamed a few days ago. and they were on the bad side of lockdown, and they actually managed to pull, I think it was like 4 or 5 flags and cap them, and they won the round 4 and 5-0 because they'd found this really nasty spawn trap, and they utilised it so well. I mean, I watched the game back, and I was like, oh my god, how have they done this? And
Who was that against?
I can't remember who it was against, but I remember being told it was definitely Freako Yin, and I found the stream and watched it back. I'll try and find the link and send it to you. But the spawn trap was absolutely unreal, and I remember I actually got taught it the same night, and when we actually tried it in a scrim, I was laughing so hard because no one could get out of it. It was unreal. They just spawned at that church side every time. But like I say, I'll try and find that link and send it to you. But back on board with the gameplay, because we haven't really talked about it at all. There's 2 minutes 50 left on the clock. Currently on board with John, who is going to progress down these stairs, and no decides not to go for that as someone dies up top. He's going to turn, see if he can pick off an easy kill, but doesn't look like anyone is going to be there. So John in a very awkward situation right now, needs to see if he can pick off anyone really soon, but can't find anyone at all. And it is going to get shot in the back. So that was George, who really nice shot and play there by George. But as it stands,
3 down for Freelit, and that's 4 down there. So 2 people now have spawned. The flag has been pulled. It went up top glass as Team Chi James does take down Jen. It looks like this is going to be nothing but as Team Chi James gets a free piece. He gets the 4. That's going to be 4 down against Freelit. This flag is going to get relayed. He needs some support from his team players as Jenny's going to take that flag down and does manage to get the return and stop the relay. Amazing play there by James. Gets the 4 piece to make sure that his team can stay on top in this game. They are now leading 4 flags to 1 on this semi-final game. A very strong and convincing performance from them so far.
Yeah, they're playing so strong. I mean, like you say, what we just witnessed there was absolute brilliance. Very nice 4-piece indeed, and he arguably so far that's the play of the tournament that I've seen so far. I mean, obviously we did see Tommy's huge streak that last game, but that was just such a well-executed 4-piece. Very unfortunate they didn't actually get that relay off. But as we see now, Acro trying to get the return, couldn't quite make it. Flag will be pulled by George, and I think that's probably going to be a cap. As yes, flag does get capped as well.
Yeah, that was indeed amazing play by George there. He does support the flag carrier very, very well, and when the time was needed, he picked up the kills himself. So Freelit backs up against the wall. 5-1 they're down in the CTF. I didn't see him have this much trouble Saturday, when they were in the final against Rosie's boys, which Rated was part of their team. And just as I said, that they do get 2 down against 3 down.
3 down. Flag pull as well. And gets dropped.
Grenade by James there again. Very well played. Yeah, they weren't under this much pressure when they were in the final on Saturday. They did come out losers of that final, but they weren't under this amount of pressure for this sustained period when they were playing against Rosie's boys. So it's quite a different challenge for them today. Perhaps they're not playing the same as they were. Perhaps connection might have a little bit to do with it because they are Portuguese. This is a factor to bring in. I'm not sure. We have got a bit of a neutral host, but I'm not sure who it benefits really. So super aggressive when they played against Rosie's boys, and that saw them taken. Well, they went 3-0 down initially against Rosie's boys in the final in a best of 7. They brought it back to 3-3 against Rosie's boys, so it went to the final map in the DziRe Fun Cup on Saturday. So they had an astounding performance there. It was the aggression and the teamwork that they showed that managed to pull them through and see them come back from that 3-0 deficit. And they need to show some more of that now if they're going to come back from this, because they did just get a little bit of a drub in there.
I agree. I mean, obviously, Rated are going to be winning 1-0. Next map is going to be Underground S&D. And considering how, I hate to say it, but how smashed Freelit got, I guess, that's for lack of a better word, their confidence is going to be low going into this S&D on Underground. So it's going to be interesting to see how they are going to set up. So I think we should spectate them first, if I'm honest, just to see if they are going to have that confidence or if they are going to sort of crumble under the pressure of this semi-final map. So where are Freelit going to spawn? Let's have a look. It looks like they're going to be on Spetsnaz, so we'll go ahead and Spetsnaz first, and they are going to be on defense first, so it's going to be vital that they do actually win this. I think
we're going to have this game ended. Yeah, we do indeed. One of their players did spawn in on the opposition team, so that does mean that they can't spawn in for the first round.
Rookie errors. Neo, I'm calling you out right now live on stream. You're a fool.
But just while we are here, anyone that is watching, make sure you do tweet out the stream. Myself and Ben have been tweeting out the stream as well. If you want to find us on Twitter, I am at Enigma Sam. Ben is at Benbo100.